Okay, so these are last week's games. I did not do very well last week. But last week, so a lot of people were like, oh, bro, la, 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 just talking a bunch of crap. I went with underdogs last week. That's what I did. I went not all underdogs, but I went underdogs quite a bit. And so obviously, you know, they're underdogs for a reason. And so, but you know, so I think I've learned that I can't go for underdogs anymore, because if I do, then I get made fun of. So I'm not going for underdogs anymore. And I also got robbed on this Raiders pick, because I wanted to pick the Patriots, but the sorting on the games was messed up. So I had to fix it on the fly, and that messed up my picks. Yes, this is actually a true story. So yeah, so I got robbed on one too. All right, so Sooners versus Wildcats, of course, because the devil is real. The Wildcats won that game 38-35. We have a diehard Kansas State Wildcats fan in this channel. He's a rager and probably not a very good person. And so we all went Sooners so that we could make fun of him. And of course, the Wildcats end up winning this, right? If I was smart, I would have just gone with the Wildcats so that I could have just really gone full underdog. You know what I mean? What's up, Wolfgang? Lono, how you doing, Lono? Lakers clapping Miami is the easiest bet one can make. Yes, we will talk about that too. What's up, Dabsketball? How you doing? Manchester City got whacked. They definitely did. And we'll talk about that here in a bit as well. So anyway, Sooners, college football is such a up in the air thing right now. So we're going to give no credit to the Kansas Wildcats, the Kansas State Wildcats, because we don't like house in here. And so just by default, we have to make sure to never give them credit. Essentially what happened is the Oklahoma Sooners fell down, were not well prepared. The coronavirus obviously affected them, and so they lost. The Wildcats had nothing to do with it, okay? But so anyway, so yes, the Sooners end up losing this game. Not expected at all, by the way. And the Stars up against the Lightning. I continued to tell y'all that the Stars were going to win that series because I really wanted them to win that series. So I went underdog with the Stars in that game. They wind up pulling it 3-2. And might I add that if they would not have gotten robbed in overtime in the previous game, they actually could have still been in the fight. It would have been a 3-2 series. Or no, wait. Yeah, it would have been a 3-3 series. But they got jack moved, bro. Okay? The referees, those officials screwed them. But anyway, I digress. Either way, the Lightning won the series. And so there you go. But I did go Dallas Stars because I am all-knowing. Lakers versus Nuggets. Obviously, the Lakers won this. The Nuggets fell apart. They made some really weird decisions in this game, and the Lakers wind up winning. The Nuggets really had such a good chance here, but I don't know. They just experience and not being clutch at the end of a game a couple times there. And obviously, you got to give credit to AD on that three-pointer that he sunk in game 2, right? That could have stretched the series too, and it didn't happen. So anyway, Lakers wind up winning 117-107. That game was really up and down. In the fourth, in the last like 3 minutes, though, the Lakers really like just stretched. Adesanya versus Costa. We actually did a watch party for this. It was a lot of fun. This is our third watch party now for UFC events. We're trying to do one watch party a month. So what we're doing is looking for the big event, the big fight, and then that's the one we do a watch party for. So I don't know. We probably had like, I don't know. I'm trying to remember, but you know, give or take, we might have had somewhere between like 12 and 15 people in there, and we were just all kind of hanging out, chilling. And so anyway, so we watched all the fights. The Royval fight was really good. The Blachowicz fight was really, really good. That one was very good. And the Adesanya Costa fight was not all that good. It was very quick. Costa wound up getting his butt whooped heavy. And I don't know, it was a weird fight. We can talk about it when we get to the UFC segment as well. And Chelsea just won. Nice. Very nice. Very nice, Senpei. Blockhead was a beast, dude. Yeah. Don't forget to check out the covert Discord. Yes, if anybody wants to join us for watch parties and all that. What do you think has a better outcome without each other? Who do you think? Belichick and the Pats or Brady with the Bucks? That's a great question, Can. Let's finish up with this and then let's jump into that. Can you hang out for a second until we get there? Juder Jan, what's up, man? My favorite sport, I think I would say NHL. Soccer's the next topic. Okay, no problem. Sounds good. Okay, so we'll jump into soccer after this. Actually, and I want to tell you about an idea that I had. And yeah, I don't know, maybe you guys have, you know, maybe give some thoughts on it, but we'll get to that in a second. So anyway, so Adesanya winds up winning. Manchester loses. They wind up losing to, it's Leicester, right? That's the way I'm supposed to say that. And so that was a shocker for me and for everybody in chat. Yeah. Very, very surprised because Manchester City with their incredible salary, right? Like the salaries that they're holding, the talent that they have, you would think that Manchester City would be playing like above and beyond right now, right? Like they should be. I feel like with all the turmoil and all of the I was going to say conspiracy behind what's taken place with Manchester City, you would think that they would be Liverpool, right? Like, because Liverpool again comes out EPL looking very dominant again. So, but Manchester City, you know, and this kind of shows you why just spending money doesn't make the thing. You know what I mean? Man City is overrated in my opinion. Interesting, Quigley. All right, so anyway, so Manchester City winds up falling. Now, Patriots, Raiders, this one you can't hold against me. You cannot hold this one against me because this was a lineup issue that we had, like a technical glitch, and my pick was like wrong. And so that's not my fault. But anyway, so I'm not going to accept any responsibility for this. They lost to Liverpool is great. Wait, they lost to Arsenal. I could have swore I saw Liverpool beat Arsenal. What? I thought I just saw that. Am I wrong? Maybe I misread the score. So anyway, so Raiders versus Patriots. This was a fun game to watch. Early it was not. Early it was kind of a disaster of a game. Like it was kind of boring. But then the Raiders right before the half really made it into a game. I feel like Derek Carr played very, very well. We'll bring up his stats later, but Derek Carr played a very good game. Housen tried to like give him a knock for fumbling in the end zone, but I mean, number one, they were like backed up onto their 5 or even less, and he got, you know, crazy pressure on him, and he got sacked, and you know, they wound up hitting the ball out of his hands. So I mean, you know, you got to protect the ball, especially in that spot, but you also need to protect your quarterback, right? So, you know, maybe the play calling could have been better there. I don't know. But I think that Derek Carr, outside of that, played very, very well. And so, yeah, you know, I thought it was a good game. I think Cam Newton continues to be impressive. He's throwing the ball really well. And the Patriots just look good against the Raiders. The Raiders secondary suspect, and I think the other thing is the Raiders have some limitations, which I put on the board. So if you look at the ticker down here, I actually included that in our conversation flow for today too. So we'll talk about what the limitations are that the Raiders have. I still think the Raiders are like a year to 2 years away. I think next year they could be really dangerous. But given the coronavirus and like what that's done to college football and the draft and all of that, like maybe that's difficult for the Raiders. But You know, like they might not be able to continue to bring in the talent that they want. So, but anyway, so Patriots wind up winning this game 36-20. Barcelona winds up taking this one 4-0. They just straight smoked these dudes. Seattle versus the Cowboys. 70% of chat went with the Seahawks. I don't actually understand how 30% of chat went with the Cowboys. And so it, you know, winds up 38-31. The Seahawks have some serious issues with their secondary that they need to address. Heat versus Celtics. So the Heat did wind up taking game 6 in the series. They avoided a game 7. They just blew up on the set in the fourth quarter of that game. They played very, very well. Only 46% of chat had picked the Heat in this game. And so 54% of you are wrong because you guys don't know what you're talking about. Saints versus Packers. So the Saints end up losing this. The Saints are the most penalized team in the NFL this season. Again, I'm going to keep saying preseason training camp is a real big problem. The Saints have some issues. This was a team going into the season with super high expectations. People had them as the favorites for the NFC. But I actually think the NFC is very open right now. I think Seahawks, Packers, Saints. I'm not going to say Cardinals. I think the Cardinals are going to make it to the playoffs, but I don't think they're going to like make it. I think the Rams are a serious contender, and I think the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are as well. I haven't seen enough of the Bucs yet. I need to see more, but I think that the NFC's actually pretty open because of the Seahawks issues. So Chiefs over Ravens. I win Ravens here. Pick the upset again. And we need to talk Green Bay later too. Yeah, we need to talk Green Bay later too. Chiefs over Ravens. The Chiefs through the first 2 weeks had been like kind of up and down, even though they're undefeated. They were kind of up and down. Mahomes had some weird weird quarters, right? Which for me has been a big question mark going back to the Super Bowl. But man, I got to tell you, dude, he is super impressive. He's definitely gotten better than he was last year. I feel like defenses are throwing more at him. Like if defenses would have done what they're doing now last year, I think the Chiefs could have had some more issues. And I think there's only one way to beat the Chiefs at this point. I really do. I think you have to have a high-powered offense and you have to have an incredible pass rush. The Ravens were getting to him, but late. And you can't do that anymore to him. He does not get rattled. Dude does not get rattled. He can throw the ball on a rope 65 yards even when you hit him. It's super impressive. Guy's got a cannon, and I think that he's a way smarter player right now than he was last year. I think the Super Bowl was a huge challenge for him. I think he's learned from that, and I think he's almost unstoppable at this point unless you have the pass rush to get to him on every single play for 4 quarters. So I don't know, really tough, really tough. So anyway, so the Chiefs wind up winning this one 34-20. The Ravens had a shot at the end of the game, but their defense could not hold. Their defense just could not hold the Chiefs in that drive. I think it was like, I don't know, I'm trying to remember, but I think it was like either 4 or 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter. They needed to get a stop right there. They wind up giving up a touchdown, and it was GG. So, but, you know, and the Ravens had a very poor first half too, I would say. So, but anyway, Chiefs wind up winning it. They were the obvious favorites. Again, I went with a bunch of underdogs here, and some of them worked out, but, you know. And then, of course, the Kansas State Wildcats got caught cheating in this game, and that's the only reason why they won. So, okay, let's see who won our gift card. Lone Sandollar. All right, let's do a big reveal here. Drum roll, ladies and gentlemen. Drum roll. Rip Doc won. Look at that. Is Rip in chat right now? You out there, Rip? So Rip has been a viewer here for, I want to say, like almost 4 years. Almost 4 years, and that's awesome. I'm actually really happy that Rip won it. So Rip ends up getting 9 out of 11 right on a pretty screwy week too, right? So that wasn't an easy one to pull out. That's not an easy one to pull out. And so Rip winds up with 9. Shadow got 8. If I could force myself to vomit right now, I would do that. Yeah. Only thing that made the week screwy was your picks. Listen, no, listen to me. The fact that Shadow had 8 right, I just want to get into my bed and just curl up like a ball. Unbelievable, dude. Unbelievable. Eddie got 8 right too. Who else is in there that shouldn't be in there? Suspense got 8, so that's good. I'm a boomer, you're a boomer. Captain Miller got 7. Good job, Miller. Tridian got 7. Very nice. Who else? Cope is in there. Artrius, come on, dude. You gotta leave Team Alliance, bro. Look at CG. Very nice. CG got 7. Who else? Let's see here. Scoobs only got 6 because he's not very good. Salty Gear, good job. Cyber Chief, Kinger. A lot of people got 6. Yeah. A lot of our like longtime guys. Greg Lee, Notable, Hot Soup. Vikalu Teargrass is out there. I saw you. Ort895, what's up, man? Good morning. I saw you as well. Project Eric, was it your first sports show with us? Wisconsin Wookie, BJ, good job, guys. Sporb got 5. Charlie Foxtrot, because he doesn't know what he's doing. Toronto. You know what's actually crazy? You know what Charlie's method is to making his picks? How does he do it? He just goes down the full side, I think is how he does it, and he got 5. That's ridiculous. Displaced. You know, I meant to message Displaced this morning. I was in the shower and I was thinking about him. Just wanted to check on him. I mean, he's been here obviously, but I haven't just check how he's doing and how his situation is. Ford, Mr. Ford. Ford, I saw you in chat earlier, but we were in the middle of the thing. Thank you, Scoobs. Thank you. I don't know if Ford, are you still out there, buddy? I hope so, man, because I don't think I said good morning to you. Deadman, what's up, dude? Deadman, thanks for everything earlier. Zubat, Kopaja, Mr. Money got 3. What the hell, Money? Money, how do you only get 3, dude? What are you doing to me, dog? Look at Khan. Wait, what? I know Khan's not here. Listen, Team Alliance, you made a mistake picking up this guy, okay? I'm just saying, you know what? You guys can keep Khan. It's no problem. You can have him. It's fine. It's okay. No problem. It's okay. It's all good. Explain this. And this is actually very, very important. Okay. I'm going to go back to the announcement we made earlier today, which was effective Monday. Well, actually, it's just effective right now. Okay. It's effective right now. So this is what's happening. All right. This is the thing we've been talking about. Starting today, our show is the sports shows are going to be Saturday from 8:30 a.m. Eastern to 11:30 a.m. Eastern. Okay. Mondays from 3 o'clock to 5 o'clock, I think, roughly. Okay. And on Thursdays from 8:45 a.m. Eastern to 9:45 a.m. Eastern. So the way the shows are going to work out is it's going to be This Week in Sports, which is today's broadcast. On Monday, we're going to go live, play video games until 2:30. And then we're going to transition to just chatting and then into the sports show. And then on Thursday, we're going to have the power hour. Okay. Now, Why is this important to the pick'ems? Well, so starting on Monday, Twitch in the sports category, which is the category we are streaming from right now, they are going to have the NFL is going to be doing an official show using NFL talent in their show. So it's going to be an NFL like preview show. That show is going to be the lead in to our show, and our show is going to be the lead in to UFC. Okay. So the UFC is going to have an official show right after ours, and we're just going to, boom, one show is going to lead into the other. All right. So what we're doing is, what's up, Cheeky? How's it going? Huma? Okay. So what we're doing is we're going to have a special pick'ems on Mondays and on Thursdays. Okay. So this is going to be a bonus pick'ems. If you are here for all of them, you basically get a bonus. So for example, it's all gonna pile in to who's gonna win every Saturday. Okay, so you're gonna do your pick'ems today, right? Then on Monday, we're gonna have a Monday Night Football pick'em. That's gonna be an additional bonus pick'em, and it's gonna be things that you're gonna have to pick about the Monday Night Football matchup, right? So that's going to be main pick'ems, Monday Night Football bonus pick'ems, and then on Thursdays, we're going to do our Thursday Night Football bonus pick'ems. You have to be here for those shows in order to pick up those bonuses, right? So it's a way, number one, for us to kind of preview the games that are coming on that day. Number two, it's an incentive to say, hey, you guys need to be here, okay? So anyway, so sorry, I had not announced that yet, and that's actually really important. You guys need to know that so that you know what's up, okay? What's up, Supreme Kid? Cheeky, how's it going, man? How was your Friday night? Cover, what are your picks? I don't know. Let's see. So I'm just gonna go off the cuff here, right? I'm gonna go Crimson Tide here, but it's college football. I really could go either way. Auburn versus Georgia. I'm going to go Georgia. Although the Tigers could pull something out. I mean, again, it's college football right now. So crazy. You have Aldana versus home. I'm going to go home here. I am going to go. I feel like I should go Manchester United here. For right now, I'm going to make the pick on the Hotspurs. But I feel like I should pick Manchester United. I'm going to go Juventus here. I'm going to go Barcelona here. Buffalo versus Raiders. This is going to be a really good game. Ah, wow. This is a super hard game to pick for me. Buffalo's defense has not been the same this year. I have a question. Scoobs, are you out there? Scoobs, are you out there, baby? Buffalo, bet your wife's car. That's no problem because my wife's car is really bad, actually. Is Scoobs still out there? What's up, XPZ? How's it going? Black Fist, how you doing? All right, I'm not going to make this pick yet. I'm going to wait till Scoobs says something, and then I have a question for him. Patriots versus Chiefs. I gotta go Chiefs. I'm not saying, I do think the Patriots have a shot in this game. Lakers versus Heat. The Lakers should win this game. Oh, this is game 4. Yeah, Lakers are gonna win that game. Yeah, Lakers are gonna win this game. That's easy for me. Because I actually do think that the Heat could steal game 3. And I can explain to you why. Assuming that Bam Adebayo comes back, I think the Heat could squeak one. I don't know if you guys watched the game last night, but I really do feel like this series, I had said the Lakers in 5, but I do think the Heat could have picked up 2 games. And Yeah, so I think the Heat could have picked up 2 games, but I think without Dragic and Bam, I think there's 0 chance. But I think they could steal one. Those guys played their hearts out yesterday. Yankees versus the Rays, game 3. I'm gonna skip that one for now. Bucks versus Bears. I'm gonna go Bucks here. Although I'm gonna go Bucks here. The reason why I'm gonna go Bucks here is because I want to see 2 things here. I want to see Nick Foles play a full game. I want to see how he does, and I want to see what happens when a defensive coordinator has a whole week to prepare for Nick Foles as the quarterback. Those are the 2 things that I need to see before I can start picking the Bears. This is a game I have to watch on Game Pass, which we're going to talk about later. What's up, Zenis the Beast? What's up? I need that. Yeah. I need hands. Love always exactly. The Heat healthy would be a great series. I don't know if it'd be a great series. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if it would have been a great series, but I think that it would have been competitive. I say Heat just because the league loves more games, aka money. Oh, you think it's rigged, Marine? If the Heat get Bam back for next game, they might make a game of it. I would agree with that. Rock solid. Yeah. Woody, what's up? Go Bucks, go Rays. I'm assuming you're a Tampa fan, in which case, how happy were you that the Lightning won? Celtics would have been more entertaining. I think, I was actually thinking about this. I think Milwaukee would have been the most entertaining finals. Yeah. Assuming that Giannis would have been healthy again, but I think that the Bucks would have been the best finals. Bucks versus Lakers because of the matchup. I think they match up better. We are pretenders. Every game came down to the last play. All Nick Foles does is save seasons. Laugh out loud, Kappa. U.S. college football, best betting sports. College sports is the best. To hell with pro sports. What's up, Last Canadian? How's it going? If the Heat played like they did against the Celtics, it would have been better. Yeah, but that's... Yeah, I think Milwaukee would have been a great series. Tatum would have made things interesting. Maybe. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I mean, I think that the Celtics do match up better against the Lakers, but than the Heat do physically. But I think that Milwaukee, would have been the best series. Okay, so those are my picks for now. So what are we leaving on the board right now? We're leaving Bills, Raiders, because I need to ask Scoobs a question, and Yankees and Rays, because I still have not started following Major League Baseball in this playoff set, and so I got to get into that. Once the NBA finals are over, I'll have more time to start watching baseball games. So I put here Liverpool slow and steady. So I watched Liverpool against Chelsea, and so I was watching that game, man, and I was kind of like, dude, Liverpool is not a flashy team. They're just not a flashy team. Like, so again, you guys already know that I'm still learning soccer, right? So I rely on chat and the people in the Discord to kind of teach me about soccer, right? And so Liverpool, when I kind of got onto the scene here with soccer and you guys started to teach me, the EPL had already been decided. Like, basically Liverpool had already locked it up, which, by the way, I don't like, but they had already locked it up that they were going to be the #1 team. And there was still a bunch of games to be played, which I think is, I don't like that format, but I digress. So Liverpool had already kind of locked it up, and they were kind of coasting. So I didn't really get to see them at like, hey, maximum effort. Liverpool's really good, but they're like, I put here slow and steady because they don't seem like flashy. They don't seem like, it's not like a breakaway thing. Like when I see teams, like when I saw Chelsea towards the end of, when I saw them in the FA Cup, when I saw them in Champions, right? Like the games they won, it was like exciting like breakaway plays. Granted, a lot of that was Pulisic, and I do think he's an explosive player. And so maybe that's part of it. Manchester City was very similar to me. Bayern was Bayern was very was like very explosive, right? Super exciting to watch. But Liverpool is kind of like, we're gonna bore you to death, but we're gonna beat you every time. And so I don't know, I was curious to get some feedback from you all on that. Like, why do you think that is? Do you think I'm wrong about that? If so, maybe you can educate me on it. When you have the majority of the ball possession, you can't have flashy counterattacks. No, you said it right the first time. Okay, Bayern. Okay, perfect. Their gameplay is actually super exciting as a soccer player. Okay, explain. Covert Ligma. Okay, that's how Charlie does his picks. Charlie, you did better than me with those picks last week. So give me some feedback on this. They play a high line and force teams to make mistakes. Liverpool play a high pressuring line to make the other team force errors, but other teams now realize that they can get behind their defense and speed and pace. They're just a solid team. They can afford to be boring. I see. They maintain possession and just play smart. Really talented players as well. Very well coached. It's like American football. Those with the most possessions usually win. I see. Think of Liverpool playing a blitz every possession. Okay, so then I have a follow-up question. Shut up, Silent. I can't even read that. Oh man. Okay, so I have a question. Okay, so in American football, right? When you blitz a lot, like they say, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz, right? So when you blitz a lot, teams find a way to expose that because you're essentially taking risks, right? So my question is, how similar is that to what happens in soccer? Like when you're talking about they're basically blitzing, right? How are they not being punished on the back end of that is my question. Help me out there a little bit. I would just want to understand a little more. The high line can be a killer. Yeah, aggressive pressing can leave you really exposed to a counter-attacking team with pace. How can people pick UGA over Auburn? Because I think the Bulldogs have been more consistent than the Tigers recently, but I think college football's up in the air, bro. Yeah. What's up, Johnny? How you doing? It all comes down to the taps at the end to control the dribble problem. Coaching is a big part of it. Klopp took a bunch of mediocre players like Henderson and Milner, makes them solid, and gets the most effort out of them. Interesting, Tom. In soccer, you can play a high press game, which leaves you vulnerable to counterattacks. Okay, right. That's what I'm asking, though. Why is that not happening with Liverpool? Hey, DJ. They play different tactics depending on the team. For instance, when they recently played Arsenal, they are very quick to shut down the spaces. They don't give the opponent the time to breathe. The high line has its demerits. Eventually, counterattacks will kill that. Well, why is it not happening, though, DJ? Is it that they have very good athletes that they can make up for those mistakes? Like playing the zone in the NBA, if you're very athletic, you can close the gap even though you're taking chances. Is that what it is? And a good team will take advantage of those counterattacks. Okay, so then, hold on. I want to get the answer to that first question. Liverpool center backs are quick enough to get back in. Okay, that's what I wanted to know. Thank you, Milner. Milner is go. Okay, good. Okay, do you see? Listen, I just started following soccer and I'm already starting to understand. Okay, you saw this? This is a beautiful mind right here. This is a beautiful mind. So if the counter-attacking team got the ball and quickly move it to players in good positions behind the Liverpool defensive line, they would other teams are not as quick to get the attack going, and the aggression of Liverpool's pressing and their athletic ability makes them very good at recovering. Maybe it's to wear down the other team before they strike. That makes sense too. Yeah, they have a great defense. Football, 81% on the poll. Okay, that's what's next. Thank you, Space. They control the ball the most for most of the game, so they don't allow the other team to get very many counterattacks. The Liverpool fullbacks is where I think the most of the success comes from. That and the ball possession. The mind makes up for the face. Thiago and Maine tested positive for COVID. Really? Is it really? So are they out? And for how long? Their defenders can read the field when a counterattack is about to happen and begin to drop and fill the space. Okay. Okay, so now I have another question as it relates to Liverpool. Because Liverpool really interests me, right? Because they were the #1 team in EPL. They won EPL. But then in Champions, they weren't there. I mean, they were there, but they didn't really do anything, right? And everybody tells me that EPL is better than all the other leagues, right? Like EPL is supposed to be the best. So how is it that the #1 team in EPL doesn't win? So my question is it that this style is good to win EPL, but it's not good in Champions? Because the matchups, maybe? Can we ban Silent already? All he does is say trollish one-liners all day. What a scumbag. Listen, everybody has their strengths and weaknesses. What? Johnny Boy is a member of the Alliance? Johnny, please don't. Johnny, I have respect for you. Please don't ruin it. Please don't ruin it, bro. They won the Champions League the season before last and were runners up before that. Okay. Exhaustion kills EPL players. Too many tournaments in a season. Okay. So they're worn out. Some people weren't. Does that surprise you? We all know Johnny. I'm so sad right now. They mean there is no difference between the teams. EPL is the most competitive, but the powerhouses of other leagues are... Oh, I see. Is it E Meyer? Or is it E Mary? Mayer. E Mayer, maybe? Okay, so E Mayer. Okay. E Meyer. Sorry, E Meyer. Okay. Very interesting. Thank you, Meyer. That actually, was it Meyer that said that? Yeah. Okay. So I'm just going to reread this because this helps me a lot. So E Meyer said EPL is the most competitive, but the powerhouses of the other leagues are better. That's very interesting. That's very interesting to me. Okay. NFL next. Thank you, Silent. I got you, baby. Thank you. It's a very dynamic game because each team has their own styles, and it's interesting to see them clash every time. That's very interesting. Okay, and I appreciate that because I'm like, I watch Liverpool, and I'm just like, like, why is it that nothing's really happening in this game? In the other games, you have like these wild swings, and it doesn't happen with Liverpool. I think Bayern is still the team that I've watched that has been the funnest to watch. I really like them. But I don't get to watch them if it's not Champions because I can't see that stuff here. I guess I could maybe try to do something with Nord, but I don't know. I have to check that. All right, so I put here Chelsea goalkeeper issues. What are your thoughts right now on Chelsea? So let me get my notes here. But I put here for Chelsea. Wait, where are my notes? Hold on a second. Okay, so and I this guy is hard for me to say his last name, but his name's Kepa Arrizabalaga, right? And then they signed Mendy to compete. So is Kepa out? Like, did they drop him now? Goaltender Mendy got a shutout today. Look at that. Yeah. Okay. So this guy Kepa's a disaster. Is out. They will. Okay, but they haven't sold him yet. Okay. So what I was reading was that they were going to compete head to head because they suck and need help. Germany's league is average, only 2 teams in it. I see that. Okay, James. I see. I'm a Chelsea fan, but damn, been hard to watch sometimes. Okay, so I feel like without Pulisic, they really lacked explosiveness last year or last EPL and definitely in Champions League. But Werner looked like he could be pretty exciting. And so the other thing I put here, and we can kind of go back and forth between these two, but Werner and Pulisic together, I feel like could be pretty explosive. And if Mendy is going to be a really good goalkeeper, Kepa's probably the number 2 goalkeeper now. Okay, but they're paying him. He's like the highest paid goalkeeper, isn't he? Like Kepa's making like big money. How did this guy get paid all this money and is so bad? Kepa was pulled for Caballero late last season. Yes, right. I like Caballero, but I guess he's older. He's an older dude, right? I like Caballero. I like him better than Kepa for sure. And again, so you know what, hold on, let's take a step back while we wait for some. He's 39, right? Okay, so don't age discriminate, don't be ageist. I thought he looked all right last year. Kepa's the one, dude, like I don't even know, he literally rolled the ball to a Liverpool player, was like, here. He literally was just like, whoop. The guy was right in front of him. I was like, what are you doing? Hold on, let me take a step back here, guys. This is important to state, right? Because eventually we're going to have somebody in here that's going to say like, bro, you're not even like an expert in this, right? So this show is not like you're tuning into like, let's say, like a major sporting network, right? Like tuning into ESPN and you have like these talking heads and they all pretend to be like experts and stuff. That's not what this show's about. This show and all of our sports shows are, it's like a bunch of folks hanging out at a bar, watching a game, maybe having a drink, having some wings, and we're just talking sports, you know? And so there's things that I don't know, and there's things that there's things you guys know that I don't know, and there's things that I know that you guys don't know. Right. And so I do a bunch of preparation to get ready for the show. Right. Like I try to be professional about it. But at the same time, I'm never going to bullshit you. I'm never going to be like, oh, because, you know, in soccer, no, I don't know soccer all that well. I only played when I was a young child, like very young. And I think I only played like 2 seasons. So I want to learn from you guys as well. And so it's really more like we're hanging out, we're talking sports, we play video games, we play video games together, we talk sports together, and it's a good time. It's a good time, and we get to cover a lot of things. And we obviously have the pick'ems and the battle trivia and all that. And so it's just fun, dynamic, and something different on Twitch. So just before somebody says, who's this idiot? He doesn't know what he's talking about. Like I'm literally learning from you guys. All right. When it comes to soccer and other sports too. Dodgers to win it all now that the Cubs lost. I think that somebody asked me this week, Jeff or Jefe. Jefe, somebody asked me that this week, and I said I thought the Dodgers were probably my favorite. Aqua Fresh, what's up, man? Welcome back, brother. So anyway, so I don't know. I'm thinking when Pulisic gets back, right? So here's the thing, and I know that Chelsea. Okay, how am I going to say this? Okay, so I know a guy that's really into soccer, right? And any chance he gets, he takes a big fat poop on Chelsea. He like does not like Chelsea, and he laughs at Chelsea fans. I kind of like Chelsea, and so like I haven't told him that I like Chelsea. I just kind of like I see his tweets and stuff, and when I talk to him, we haven't really spoken about it. So I don't know. I'm kind of like, I don't know if I should be embarrassed to like Chelsea or not, but I kind of like Chelsea. They feel like a young team that's trying to figure it out. So I enjoy watching that process. I think Pulisic was very exciting. I think Werner with Pulisic could be like a really explosive. I said at the end of EPL, I felt like so at the end of EPL and before Champions, I said that I felt that Chelsea had some real defensive issues that wound up kind of playing out in Champions. But it looks like Chelsea's tried to address some of those defensive issues. And now with Mendy, I'm hoping that, you know, if they have Mendy and Caballero and they get rid of this Kepa guy, like, I feel like Chelsea could be a lot of fun to watch. That doesn't mean they're going to be the best, but I think they might be fun to watch. Yeah, Chelsea sucks. Laugh out loud. Come join us at the Emirates Stadium. Just like Man U, these teams are just trying to rediscover themselves. Okay. Lampard versus Solskjaer. Who is the better manager? I don't know. I that's something that you guys have to teach me, and like I have to see over time. I think Werner's play style is better off in Germany. Interesting. Covert, we can like them together and get made fun of when deserved. It's a miracle that Covert likes a team that I like. Normally he hates the team that I like just because I like them. Yes, because Housen is a scumbag like that. I know. I agree with you on that, House, in the last part. Covert, I'm 3-0 in both my fantasy leagues. Nice, Barkley. Very, very nice. Because of you, really? Wait, why because of me? Knight, someone gifted me a sub here yesterday, so thanks to that person, and hello to everyone. What's up, Knight? Welcome back, man. People who hate Chelsea are stuck in 2008. Why, though? The no-name hero, can you tell me the background to that? I'm curious about that. Bucks play Chargers, Bears play Colts. Huh? Wait, are you saying we got the games wrong? Lampard changing his lineup today is triggering me. We're good. Okay. Because Chelsea were very dominant at that period. Ah, I see. Chelsea was dominant in 2008. I see. So like this is like a grudge thing? Is that what it is? I don't know squat about sports, and watching this has helped. All right. I like that, Barkley. Nice. Nice. I'm glad you're 3-0 in all your fantasy leagues. They were a great team back then. Okay. You have to look at the dates. Right. Yeah. Okay. We're good. Okay. No, it's interesting. Okay. All right. So thanks for the info. I appreciate that. And thank you for being cool about it, because not everybody is. So thank you. Arsenal versus Liverpool. Obviously, we already spoke about that. Liverpool ends up taking that game in the EPL, which is really all that counts as far as I'm concerned, to be honest with you, outside of Champions, right? EPL and Champions. I'd like to watch Bundesliga. I would, but I have to look at that and figure out how I do that. I already dropped $50 to be able to watch all the EPL games too, so I don't know. So anyway, so we know Liverpool winds up taking that. I was curious about Liverpool versus Arsenal. Obviously, for those of you that don't know, Arsenal won the FA Cup, and Apex is a huge Arsenal fan. And I thought, oh, maybe Arsenal is gonna like really make a run here, give Liverpool a run for their money. But Liverpool winds up winning that, and I don't know, maybe as the year progresses, maybe Arsenal starts to step that up, but Liverpool winds up taking that. I still think that could be an interesting matchup, throughout the season for EPL. So anyway, and then last but not least is the Champions draw, which I should have right here. Yeah. There it is right there. All right. So let me get, oh, really? I didn't realize I can't do that. Oh, shoot. Hold on. Sorry, because I had a link, but I can't click my own link. Ooh. Ah! Okay, no problem. I'll Google search it instead of using my notes. Okay, so the Champions League draw, which is a really big deal, apparently, which I didn't know. And so Bayern is there, Real Madrid is there, Liverpool's in. And actually, hold on, let me change this so that way we can just look at it together. Yeah, we'll just do this. And I'm sorry, woo, man, I don't know where my head begins and the white background, or like where my head ends and where the white background begins. Gosh darn it. Okay, hold on. How about okay, yeah, because that's really bad. Woo! Woodsy, thank you very, very much. Thank you, Woodsy. Thank you for the prime. The Alex Caruso look. You know what, Project Eric? I might ban you for that. Okay, so anyway, so Group A is going to be Bayern, Atletico, Salzburg, and Lokomotiv, which is supposed to be Locomotive, I guess. Group B is going to be Real Madrid. It's going to be Donetsk International, and I don't know how to pronounce that word, Mönchengladbach. Group C will be Porto, Man City. I don't know those other two names, or those other two teams. Liverpool, Ajax, I'm familiar with. Obviously, that's Group D. Sevilla, Chelsea in Group E. Group F, I don't know any of those teams. Zenit, Lazio, Dortmund I've seen, I think. Group G is going to be Juventus and Barcelona. Those two are interesting to me. And Group H is going to be PSG, Man United, and Leipzig. And those, so Group H actually looks like the one that is, that one's really interesting to me. I'm very interested in
500 bits to help your pride after that LMAO.
Oh man, I don't take any of that stuff serious, Reimer. Thank you, Reimer. Reimer said that I get frustrated when people don't agree with me the other day. And I don't. Like, I really don't. Like, because I don't take any of this stuff personally. So, but no, I thought that was hilarious, Project Eric. But thank you for the 500 biddies. So I don't know. It feels like Group H is going to be really fun to watch, right? Paris, Man United. So PSG, Man United, and Leipzig. Those are going to be exciting to watch. Group G is going to be exciting if we get a Juventus-Barcelona matchup. Group E, I feel like Sevilla. Am I saying it right? Sevilla and versus Chelsea. That one could be interesting. I think Group D, Liverpool has to get out of there. If not, they should be embarrassed. Ajax did some stuff. They made some noise last time, but Liverpool should come out of there. Man City, I think, should be the favorite out of Group C. I don't know those other teams, so maybe you can help me there. Real Madrid is what I'm thinking for Group B. And Bayern out of Group A. So that's kind of what I'm thinking about. I don't know. You guys tell me what you think, but like help me out there because I don't know all those other teams. Group C is secretly scary. Really? Right, Rosie, what's up? Dr. Funk, how's it going? H is a real group of death. Yeah. So who do you think PSG is the favorite to come out of Group H though? Like if I had to pick, I'm thinking Bayern Group A, Real Madrid out of Group B. I'm going to say Man City out of Group C because I don't know those other teams. Liverpool Group D. I'm going to say kind of homerish here a little bit. Chelsea out of Group E, but I don't know Sevilla all that well. Group F, I have no idea. Group G, I'm going to say, I want to say Juventus, but I feel like Barcelona could do it too. Barcelona is hot right now. And then Group H, I'm going to say PSG, but I feel like it's going to be really good. Real Madrid wasn't doing great last season. So who would you get out of there? Because I don't know those other three teams. Dortmund from Group F. Okay. How do you pronounce Real in Spanish? It's Real. Oh, is that how they say it? They say Real Madrid? We are just hug it out from last weekend, so he's to hugging it out. What? Oh, so here's to hugging it out. Is that what you're saying? I wasn't even mad though. That's the thing. I don't understand. Like I wasn't even upset. I was just like, all right, I got shit to do. Like I'll just keep moving. Let's go, baby. I don't get mad. Real Madrid always a contender. Real Madrid is always a contender regardless of previous season performance. Barcelona is a total mess. I don't know. I mean, they seem to be playing well. New results already this morning. Intergroup B. That's okay. That's okay, House. Don't worry about it. What's up, Fish Bros? How's it going? Ah, got you. I see. I like that. Why would they announce the 2 that are positive then? Japson, what's up? 2 teams come out of each group. Oh, I didn't know that. JW. Oh, I see. Okay, very interesting. Interesting. Okay. I'm still learning, like I said, JW originally. Okay. But either way, so Champions looks really good. It says here, according to this, oh, okay, right. So when are the games for this? That's the main thing. I need to know. This is what I really need to know. When is Champions League, like the first matchup? Is it in November? Is that when we start? Messi's an angry man within that organization, and Suarez got moved. Oh, really? The 3rd place team in each group gets dropped into the Europa League. Europa. Think of that like the NIT. Okay, I got you. Okay, yeah, I got you. October 20th is the first match. Okay, so at the end of October. Okay, good. Okay, so that's good to know. So that's actually perfect. Oh, that's going to be really good. Okay, so on October 17th, we're going to have the interview with that NFL running back, right? In that pick'ems, more than likely, we're going to have a bunch of Champions League. And then that following Saturday, we can do a big segment on soccer. That'll be cool. Okay, good. All right, excellent. So you guys said that our next sport was going to be football, right? So it's American football. So let's swap that over real quick. All right, let's talk some NFL. I'm going to need help from chat on, we got to get that. We cannot fail today, boys. We cannot fail today. Hold on one second. All right. Okay. Boom. All right. So NFL. So I put here Corona impact. Okay. So I put here Corona impact. So we had the Tennessee Titans have had several players test positive. This has had kind of a ripple effect in the NFL where the Titans and Vikings both had to close their facilities. The Titans versus the Steelers game had to be canceled. And the Ravens Steelers game week 7 had to be pushed. So it's really kind of like thrown things in a little bit of a tailspin. The NFL says that they were ready for this. They knew this was going to happen at some point. And so, you know, they had their plans in place. And so while I get that, and that's good because these leagues do need to have their plans in place, they need to be prepared for, you know, all of these, you know, all the different potential situations. It is a bit jarring though, right? Like when you look at the NBA and you look at the NHL and the job they were able to do, Major League Baseball, although started out kind of rough, it looks like the players kind of got serious, and they haven't had any other issues. But the NFL, I mean, this is the first time. So Sooners made me eat my words last week. What's up, Patriot? Yeah, I know, man. It's a shame. What's up, Moose? No use. Doval, what's up, buddy? Go Seahawks. Dismantle, how you doing? Welcome. Buffles, what's up? Jay Snuts, how you doing, man? If you pick all pick'ems correctly for the whole season, Covert will meet and greet. I'll meet and greet anyway. You don't even have to do that. Don't lie to people. We need 11 people, people. We need 11 people. Come on. 11 people. Anyway, so yeah, so coronavirus rears its ugly head in the NFL. First time this season where you had kind of a breakout. apparently there's even more people in the Titans organization that have now contracted the coronavirus, so it's spread. The good news, though, is that the Vikings have had 0 positive results, which is I think is a very good sign. I think that's a very good sign. You know, you didn't have anybody getting sick just from being on the field together, because it was Titans versus Vikings last week, and so that's good. I put here Raiders limitation. And by the way, if you guys have any questions about NFL, something specific or something you want to talk about, then just hit me on a question. Somebody had asked a question earlier about the Patriots success this season versus the basically Tom Brady. Lost my mind. Thank you very much for the 2-month resub, brother. Thank you. Appreciate that, man. And thank you for all the follows. Welcome to the channel. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Welcome to the channel. Pleasure to have everybody here. So, I don't know if that person's still here, but if they are, then they can ask the question. But in the meantime, Raiders limitation. So the Raiders wind up playing the New England Patriots last week. And actually, let's go a week prior to that. So the Raiders play the Saints, and they look very impressive, right? They look very, very impressive. The one thing that kind of stuck out to me with the Raiders was that it seemed one-dimensional in that when I was speaking with Brandon, one of the things, because he's a huge Raiders fan, I said, listen, Waller did a great job, but I think that the Raiders have an issue at wideout. And then on last Saturday, we talked about that, how, you know, they don't really have any strong weapons on the outside. And if you could imagine, if this was what I said last week, which during the show, I said, imagine if AB could have just been like an upstanding individual for the Raiders right now. If they wouldn't have had that issue, if he could have just kind of been a good teammate and like a good asset to the team, they would have had Ruggs and they would have had AB on the outside. Well, actually, Ruggs is a slot guy, but they would have had AB on the outside. They would have had Ruggs as your slot, Waller as your tight end, and then Jacobs as your running back, with a very good offensive line. Like the Raiders could have been very explosive. Anyway, they face the Patriots, and the Patriots do what they always do, which is they're going to get whatever the thing is that you do the best, and then they're going to try to stop you from doing that. And when you only have one threat, I feel like it's really easy to do, right? When you only have one thing that can beat you, if you only have one thing you do really well, then it becomes easy to isolate those things. So some might say, well, but Jacobs is a good running back and the Raiders have done well on the ground. They have, but Jacobs continues to get banged up. So this is, we're week 3. Ark, thank you for the 2 months. Thank you, Ark. Ark and Lost My Mind, thank you both very much for the 2 months. Thank you very much. Thank you. So I said this before the summer, and I've said it over the last couple weeks. The Raiders are exciting to me in terms of the future. I think Gruden is a very good coach. I think he's a very accomplished coach. And I think the Raiders have some really important pieces. They still have to address some things on defense. And I think they need help at the wideout position. I think the one kind of little nugget that I hadn't anticipated is the Raiders have really built through the draft for the most part, outside of their offensive line. And so the issue is they still have a lot of draft picks. And so I think they were going to rely heavily on the upcoming NFL draft. And with the coronavirus, I don't know how that all plays out. And I don't know if you can get the same hits that you normally would get in an NFL draft, given the way that college football is being handled. And so as a result, this could end up being a speed bump for the Raiders. I don't know. Now, everybody's dealing with the same thing, but not everybody is relying as heavily on the draft as I think the Raiders are. But so I think the Raiders are still exciting. I actually really enjoyed that game. But I do think the Raiders have some serious limitations. Don't like Carr or the O-line. I think they have a very good offensive line. And again, I think Derek Carr is, I mean, right now, I guess if I wanted to be super safe, I would say an average quarterback. But if I'm being honest, I feel like he's an above average quarterback in the NFL. You know, that doesn't mean he's great. It doesn't mean that he's going to, like, you know, just go crazy on you. Although he had really good strats. So he had one mistake that whole game. And that mistake came on a heavy blitz inside the 5-yard line. It was very costly, obviously. The game was already over at that point anyway. Their defense just couldn't hold. But he fumbled in the end zone. But he also was getting sacked, and he had like 3 men that weigh over 300 pounds strapped to his back. Like, I mean, I challenge you to not give it up when you got 3 dudes strapped to your back that all weigh over 300 pounds, you know? So, but he had great stats. I mean, you know, I think he played very, very well against a very good defense. In particular, when you consider the fact that they took Waller away entirely. So Waller was completely taken away from them offensively. So I think when you take that into consideration, if we look at this breakdown from this game, so if we look at this breakdown, so Derek Carr goes 24 of 32. All right. He throws 261 yards, average over 8 yards a pass, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Okay. His passer rating was 119.4. He was sacked twice. He did fumble the ball though, right? So he did fumble the ball. But when you look at the receiving stats, Waller had 2 receptions for 9 yards. 2 receptions for 9 yards. This was a guy that the week before scorched the Saints. Now, granted, the Saints have some issues in the secondary. They've got a good D-line, but their secondary has some issues, right? So, but so you take away his only real threat, right? I mean, you could say Aguilar or whatever, but I mean, honestly, I feel like they don't really have a real threat on the outside yet. And so, so they take away Waller, his biggest offensive weapon, and he still throws for almost 300 yards with 2 touchdowns, no INTs. Okay. I don't know. I mean, I would say he's above average, man. He still doesn't have a lot of weapons. I think the future might be bright for them. I think the future is bright for the Raiders if they can have another good draft. I don't know how long Jacobs is going to last, though. I don't know how long Jacobs is going to last. I feel like Jacobs continues to get banged pretty hard. So, guys, we need 4 more people. What's up, Trouble? Tom Arnold, welcome back, everybody. The Raiders are garbage. Oh, wait, we hugged it out. Never mind, I'll move on. But so I think they do have limitations, though. Yeah, I think they have limitations. But the reason why I brought up the Raiders, and I actually want to talk about the Broncos too, but the reason why I brought up the Raiders is because we spoke a little bit on this last week. The AFC West is crazy. Like, in the next year, I think the AFC West might be the best division in football right now. For sure, AFC West and NFC West. But I think the AFC West is the best division. I would say the hardest division to play in the AFC at this time. And I think next year, it might be the hardest division in all of football to play in. Because you're going to have the Chiefs, which I think the Chiefs are the best team in the NFL right now. So you're going to have the Chiefs. Then you have the Raiders, you have the Chargers, and you have the Broncos. And I actually think the Broncos, and we talked about this 2 weeks ago, just before Locke got hurt, was that I think the Broncos have a lot of young talent as well. Like, when you look at the AFC West, right, you just kind of going from the bottom up, you have the Broncos that have a ton of young talent. They really do. They have a ton of young talent. Can they put it all together? I have no idea, right? Because I still don't know what their quarterback situation is. I do want to talk about that guy, about Rippon. Is it Brett Rippon? So I did not enjoy watching Mark Rippon play. I despised watching Mark Rippon. I used to make fun of this guy all the time. The fact that that guy has a Super Bowl under his belt, like, makes my head explode. but the Redskins had a very good team. They had a dominant defense. They had a really dominant running game back then. And they had the Hogs, right? They had this incredible offensive line. But Mark Rippon, in my opinion, was a below average quarterback in the NFL at that time. Anyway, so this is apparently his nephew. He comes out on Thursday Night Football. Dude, he threw some really nice passes. I felt like he played really well. They beat the Jets. Obviously, the Jets are probably one of the worst teams in the NFL. And if not, they're like at the bottom 3 for sure. So they're beating the Jets there. And so, okay, let's not get too crazy. But for your first NFL outing, your first start, and you come out and you play the way he played. And if you watch the whole game, which I know not everybody watched that whole game because it's the Jets versus the Broncos. But if you watch the whole game like I did, he actually threw some really clutch passes. He also threw a terrible interception. So again, I'm not trying to overstate it. I think the Broncos have a lot of young talent and they could be exciting to watch in the future, but we don't know what their quarterback situation is. So ultimately they're not really going to go anywhere, but that we know of right now, but the future is bright for them. Then you have the Chargers, assuming that Herbert can play at the level that he played a couple weeks ago against the Chiefs, then I think they have the quarterback of the future, and they also have a super young team. So the Chargers have all this crazy potential, right? And they might have the quarterback. They might actually have a great quarterback, right? So they could jump the Raiders, in my opinion. I feel like the Raiders, in my opinion, this is the way I see it, right? The Broncos have a lot of, kind of going from the bottom up. The Broncos have a lot of young talent. Maybe they can put it together if they could figure out quarterback, right? I think they could maybe do something there. But they're still they still are a young team, athletic and exciting, right? Or potentially, I guess. Then you have the Chargers that have a ton of young talent all over the field, super athletic, crazy potential. We saw some of it last year. We've seen some of it this year, and they might actually have a great quarterback, right? So this is a team that might already have everything that you need. They just need the experience, right? And how you put it all together, right? How you make it work. Sorry. Then you have the Raiders, and I think the Raiders are the closest ones. I think they're a year away, even with Derek Carr as quarterback. I think assuming that they can get the pieces they need defensively, and they can get another wide receiver, not a slot guy, like a true number one. I feel like if they can address the secondary and address the wideout position, and Jacobs does not continue to get hurt, because I feel weird about Jacobs. I feel like he's not going to last. The Raiders are going to be a very good team in the AFC. And then you have the Chiefs, which is the number one team in the NFL. And they have it all, right? They have all the things I just said about all those other teams, but they figured out how to put it all together, right? They figured out how to make it all work together, and they've realized that potential. So the AFC West is just, man, it's exciting. I'm excited about the AFC West, which I need, because watching the NFL sometimes is painful for me because all the commercials. So I get excited about that. So I'm pretty pumped about it. So thank goodness for the AFC West. Okay, don't take this away from me. Didn't the Raiders get a ton of picks in the Mac trade where the Bears don't sleep on the Raiders? Yes, Blaze, they did. Herbert looks like a stud, potentially. Yeah, I mean he's had a good high, he's shown a high ceiling, and so let's see what he can do though. Hot take: the Broncos are the new Browns. No, I don't think so. No, I wouldn't say that at all. Yeah, at all, I would not say that. Why is Gase such a bad coach? It is getting crazy at this point. He makes staggeringly bad decisions. Yes, I agree with that. So I don't know how Adam Gase got a job after he left the Dolphins. I am actually shocked that he got that job. When they named him as the head coach, I was like, what the hell are they doing? And then I thought, well, maybe they know something I don't, but Gase is a very bad coach. I think he's not a leader of men, and I feel like in particular in football and in hockey, you need to be a leader of men. And okay, UFC's next. Okay, thanks. Appreciate it. Let me see here. I don't know that I put that in. Hold on a second. I do have it here. Jets are horrific. Yes, you see, I was prepared for this, actually. I was prepared for this. So the Jets, we need 4 more people to join the pick'ems so we can have 100, okay, gang? So look, we're I think I kind of feel like we're in sync, you know what I mean? So the Jets are horrific. I think Adam Gase should have been fired at the end of last season. In particular because you lost a great talent, or potentially great talent, in Adams. And so I feel like, man, you know, you spent a first round pick on this dude, and then you're gonna trade him. The Seahawks obviously gave up a lot to pick him up, but I don't know if those draft picks are as valuable this year as they were, you know, or as they should be because of the coronavirus. So I think that's difficult. But Sam Darnold looks like Eli Manning's cousin that rides a Sam, I don't know. I'm not sure. Sam Darnold was hurt or was sick last year, right? He's a physical specimen. He's a big dude, but we didn't really get to see him full strength last year. And he's on the Jets, and his coach is Adam Gase. I don't know what to tell you, but I can't give you a read on Sam Darnold. I don't know if he's that bad. I don't know if he's good. You know, does he have potential? Is he just being hindered by the organization or whatever the case is? All I can say is the Jets are a disaster. The Jets have been a disaster. I feel like the Jets, the Dolphins, although some people feel like the Dolphins are on an upswing, maybe. I don't know. Like, you got to show me more. But I feel like the Jets, the Dolphins, the Eagles right now, the Redskins, the Browns. I don't like the Browns. I'm trying to think who else I would put in this category. Who else would I put in this category? I'm going to say the Lions, even though they won, but I'm going to say the Lions. Like, these are organizations, and I might miss a couple in here, but these are organizations that I feel like they don't know how to win. They don't understand winning culture. You know, it's like a failing business. It's just, you know, they're not run well. So they're not run well. No more. Oh, right. Not the Redskins. Sorry. The Washington football team. My bad. Don't make Tiffany Amber Thiessen cry and enter your picks now. Darnold potential is ruined. You think it's too late for him, Black Fist? Fins to the Super Bowl. Not a chance, Artrius. So we're just gonna let Housen kick this puppy. 3 more people enter pick'em. You leave my Lions alone. Gase keeps playing his game like he's gonna Manning his way to wins with Darnold, but it is just losing football. Lions versus Browns Super Bowl, said no one ever. Bengals are not run well. The Bengals are not run well either. I agree with that, Black Fist. The reason why I didn't include them, though, is because Burrows looks like he might be the star that everyone said he was going to be. And so Burrows might be the guy. And so he might be able to kind of force his way into winning with the Bengals. The Bengals do have a little bit of talent, like a little bit. And Burrows has been playing out of his mind, which is different than the NBA, right? Like, you could have a star on an NBA team and dude's going to score 30 a night, right? He's going to like play lights out and people are going to be like, wow, this guy's great. Even if he's the only guy on the team, right? Because you're going to get yours when you're that good. But in the NFL, you could be a superstar, and if you got a bad team, like, I really do feel like the NFL is the ultimate team game. Burrow's looking good, but not winning, so can't tell you if he's the truth. Yeah, well, that's what I just said. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was just saying. Like, I'm not saying what you're saying. What I'm saying is, in the NFL, like, you can have a superstar and you still can't pull it all together because, like, it's so hard to have impact when you have 11 guys on a team. Okay, so Scoobs, you're here. I need your help, Scoobs. Scoobs, what's going on with the 2 inside linebackers for the Bills? Are they still hurt, or what's the deal there? I need to know. Tell me. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. They are playing. Okay, so I am going to pick the Bills over the Raiders here. So I'm going to pick the Bills over the Raiders because Scoobs just said that the Bills are going to get both of their linebackers back. So I put this in here. Actually, hold on, bro. How do you feel about Browns versus Cowboys? I think I'm going with the Browns. To be honest with you, Skylar, I would not argue with your pick. I think you have 2 teams that are a disaster there with a ton of talent, right? Actually, that's, before we get to Bills being legit, that's actually a really interesting game. Who was it that asked me that? It was Skylar. So Skylar, that's a really interesting game. Absolutely disaster status, but it'll be a fun game. I agree with you. I actually agree with you. Yeah, it's interesting to me. So let's talk about that for a second. So the Browns are really bad, but they have a ton of talent, right? Like top level talent. The Dallas Cowboys have a ton of talent, but they've been a disaster as well, right? So these are like the 2 teams that like have incredible talent that just can't figure out how to get out of their own way. I'm going to say if I had to pick that game, I would go with Dallas, though. I would not argue with you picking the Browns, but if it was me, I would go Dallas. If it was me. Yeah. I don't think Cowboys game will be close. The Patriots have a better chance. Wait, of what, Fate? Yeah, I mean, it could go... Right, it could go either way, but if it was me, I would pick the Cowboys. I would pick the Cowboys. I'm going to tell you why. Because I feel like the Cowboys have to win this game. They have to win this game for a lot of reasons. And I feel like for the Cowboys, there's way more on the line. Because the Chiefs have an injury. Who's injured? Fate. Browns can win if Chubb keeps running. Yep. Agreed. Versus Barcelona 70-30. That's what Twitch chat has picked so far. Macroki. Did you just compare my Cowboys being a shit show on the same shit level as the Browns? I did.
How about them Cowboys?
I did. What's up, Bionic? Welcome back, dude. Good morning. What's up, my dude? I think the Browns gonna find their identity, so do the Browns. Here's my logic. I'll happily take the Browns for the odds and hope they take the win. Okay. Yeah. I mean, if you're talking about like actually betting, like on the line and all that stuff, that's different. Uno más. Oh my gosh, we have 99 people in the pick'ems. Can you be the one? Can you be Neo, the one to get in our pick'ems and get us to 100? Can you be that person? Why is the list football/soccer? What? I'm sorry, I don't understand. Boom, puppy saved. Suck it, Housen. Those were the good old Cowboy days with Jimmy. Agreed, yeah. Cowboys and Browns have a lot of prima donnas and can't get in sync. Football, soccer. How do we get results for last week's picks? So Cyber Chief, we already went over them today. However, if you go to covertgg.com, you can check all your stuff right there. You can check where you ranked. You can see what picks you got, all that stuff, Cyber Chief. Thank you very much, chat. Thank you for getting us to 100 pick'ems. Thank you. I mean, if you guys want to give more, You know, like we can have more, you know. What up, head case with a suitcase? Welcome back. I'd like to give more, but I'm just saying, like, hundreds the minimum, or like then the show has to end. Who's gonna save this dog from getting kicked and be number 100? All right, so are the Bills legit? Are the Bills legit? So they played the Rams, and the game kind of started out with the Bills taking the early lead, and the Rams kind of like couldn't get the thing going. But the Rams are really explosive too. That's why I said the AFC West, I think, is the best division in the AFC. Potentially. But I think the NFC West is probably the best in football. And so they wind up playing the Rams, and the Rams have looked very good this season. They do end up beating the Rams, but it was like, I mean, it was a super tight game, really tight game. I really enjoyed watching this. The Rams have explosive offense. They have very good pass rush. The Bills defense, though, has not been able to contain anybody this season. Now, apparently they've had some injuries on the defensive side of the ball. So today is a big deal for me because I feel like the Raiders are one-dimensional kind of on offense, right? Jacobs has not been able to stay in a game, and Waller is like the biggest threat on the offensive side for the Raiders. If the Bills cannot dominate the Raiders in this game, then we may end up with a situation here where where you see these teams, like, they have a good defense, but they have a bad offense. Like, they have a very dominant defense for a while, but their offense just can't get it going. Then all of a sudden their offense gets going, but their defense falls off a cliff. And so I am curious to see where the Bills really are now that they get their starters back on the defensive side of the ball. I am curious because I feel like the Bills defense was one of the best defenses in the NFL last season, and the year before that they were very good as well. And so, but where are they now? And so I'm actually very curious to see what happens. Hey, Big P, my heart is with the Bills. Sean Lee should retire. Yeah, a lot of issues. Derek Carr needs to play at another level to win. Yeah, I agree with you. I think he has to play the way he played against the Patriots, right? And but he has a problem. He just doesn't have the tools on the offensive side of the ball yet. He just doesn't have it. Like, you cannot have one guy be your guy and win in the NFL. So KC will definitely win versus the Patriots this weekend. Cam Newton just what? You're lying. I don't believe that, Woody. Really? Henry Ruggs is good and Edwards is decent. But Ruggs is not a true number one, and he's a slot guy. He needs a true number one. I got to check this out. Hold on a second. I need to check this out. I need to find out if that's true or not. Hold on a second. I need to get a confirmation on this. Breaking 3 minutes ago. Holy cow. Patriots quarterback Cam Newton tests positive for COVID-19, out for week 4. Adam Schefter is reporting that the Patriots QB Cam Newton tested positive for COVID-19 and is out for Sunday's game against the Chiefs. According to Schefter, the Patriots have been doing mass testing and retesting, and so far there is no spread to anyone else. This means that the Patriots will now either go with Brian Hoyer or Jarrett Stidham to start Sunday's game. Wow. Wow. Dude, I gotta double verify this. Hold on a second. Okay, that's according, by the way, let's give that NFLTradeRumors.co. All right. So to give them kind of like to cite them on this, but I gotta confirm this. Hold on a second. Let me go to ESPN. Because if Adam Schefter's saying it, then it's got to be on ESPN. Okay, I'm just going to tell you, I do not see this being reported on ESPN. Let me check Twitter. Hold on a second. This is breaking news right here. Patriots have been doing. Yep. No, this is legit. This is legit. Yep. I'm on Adam Schefter's Twitter account right now. Yep. 6 minutes ago, Adam Schefter reported Patriots quarterback Cam Newton tested positive and is out for Sunday's game versus Kansas City. Per Field Yates. All right, so Schefter's reporting this based off of something somebody else said. Okay. I would say that this is legit, but the Patriots have not confirmed this yet. Yeah, so this has not been confirmed by the Patriots yet. So, hold on. Damn, really? Damn, and this happened during our NFL segment too. I'm gonna go to the New England Patriots. Okay, so the Patriots have not confirmed this yet. This has not been confirmed by the New England Patriots at this time. Listen, Yates is their reporter. I know, but still. Like, I would say this looks legit. Yes, yeah, no, I know who he is. Yeah, I know who he is. So I would say this looks legit, but until they say it, I mean, they have to confirm. The Patriots have to say it, rock solid. What's up, Displaced? Yeah. Yeah, I would say that this is legit, but I until I see it from the Patriots. Yeah, he's never forthcoming with this information. Yeah, but not with coronavirus. They have to be. We got 104. Woo woo! Listen, I was going with the Chiefs anyway. Ah, man, you know, I gotta tell you, dude. Number one, thank you for joining our pick'ems, guys. Did not mean to break your thought, but saw, yes, Woodsy. Yes, thank you very much. No, I appreciate that. Thank you very, very much. I actually can't believe that the odds have not changed on this game in our pick'ems. They won't confirm. They want as much leverage for team prep. Dude, there's no way, bro. With the, I'm telling you right now, you guys are wrong about that. They have to make an announcement today. They have to. Because not just that, they have to notify the team they played last week too. Damn, really, that's good. I almost won once. The Patriots just posted to Twitter. Boom. What did I tell you guys? What did I tell you guys, dude? What did I tell you guys, bro? Come on now. Come on now. Statement from the New England Patriots. Boom. I'm telling you, nobody's going to mess around with the coronavirus, dude. Late last night. Hang on a second. Late last night, we received notice that a Patriots player. Okay. That a Patriots player tested positive for COVID-19. The player immediately entered self-quarantine. Several additional players, coaches, and staff who have been in close contact with the player received point of care tests this morning, and all were negative. We are in close consultation with the NFL as well as our team of independent doctors and specialists, and will follow their guidance regarding our scheduled trip to Kansas City and game against the Chiefs. The health and safety of our team as well as our opponent are of highest priority. Okay, so I think we're both right. I told you the Patriots weren't going to mess around, but they're also not telling you who the player was. Yeah, so they're also not telling you who the player was. Okay, so I kind of feel like we were both right. I will concede that. They won't say who dies to HIPAA laws. Okay. It's Cam. I see. When Covert starts taking down starts taking down players, the NFL really needs to step in and shut down the season. If Newton were to miss a game, then this is a good one, as even with Newton playing Chiefs, would have been beaten by them, as I would rather him miss this than week 8 against the Bills. Okay, I understand your logic there. Who said that? That was James Brown. So James, what I'll say to you is, if you're a Patriots fan, I could understand where you're coming from. However, I wanted to see this game because I wanted to see how Cam Newton performed head to head against the Chiefs. I wanted to see how he looked because I actually am very impressed with how Cam Newton has played this season. Like, very impressed. I feel like he's played better than I've seen him play in his career. Even including, am I going to say his MVP season? I like Cam Newton right now more than I liked him in his MVP season. I feel like in his MVP season, he was super cocky, and I think that was bad. I think that's bad for the team. I think that's bad for him. And so he is like, it looks like he's way more focused, and I love the way he's played. So I would have liked to have seen him play against the Patriots, but I understand where you're coming from. You need him because, like, chances were that you guys weren't going to beat the Chiefs anyway. Like, you're not the favorites going in. The Chiefs really should win this game. And you need to beat the Bills. That's more important, you know. Music's a bit loud. Okay, I got you. I lowered it a little bit. What's up, Phoenix? Do you really think it would be safer having X number of people out in the general public? In the NFL bubble, they get tested regularly and have severe safety standards. Shutting down the season really is not the way. Oh, I was just reading what somebody said. I don't think they have to shut down the season. I feel like the coronavirus seems to be getting under control. What I do think is, I think players need to be more responsible. You know, I really do. I think players need to be more responsible. Period. End of story. I think Patriots are lying because they are known cheaters and want an advantage. Oh, so you think maybe it's not Cam Newton? Oh my gosh, can you imagine? Oh, you can't do that. Bro, can you imagine that they float a fake story through a back channel to a reporter that it's Cam Newton, and then it's not Cam Newton? So then their official thing is a player, but they don't say who. Oh my gosh. No, what if they float the story? They are not cheaters, they're winners. Fake news got us all into conspiracy theories. Put on the tinfoil hat. Do they sell tinfoil hats? We should totally get a tinfoil hat. Not possible. They can float it to ESPN. Who are we talking about? So Finesse, what's up, Finesse? Welcome back. I believe it. Patriots have a way about that. Even Belichick's brain is not that big. What's up, Muffin? Winners because they cheat. Bill for president. Make one. And Adam, I am so happy that you have stuck around all day with us today. And Tiger Bus as well. Thanks. It's Cam on ESPN's main page. Yes, but the Patriots have not confirmed that. Do they sell tinfoil hats? Yeah, you have some in your kitchen. They come in rolls. Reynolds on the box. Make your own. Cam Newton on my fantasy football. It shows he's out for COVID. Oh, really? Look at that. Smithers. They have to add the player to the COVID-19 reserve list, don't they? I don't know. Now 30% of your chat is off their rocker. Well, 22. Here you go, my man. Want me to put it in the cart? Oh, hold on a second. Let me take a look at that. Dude, this is like huge news, dude. Woodsy, are you still there? I feel like we should give Woodsy VIP for 30 days. Oh my gosh. This is a legitimate tinfoil hat. Archie McFeel tinfoil hat for humans. Dude, we should get this. We should totally get this. The problem is I have to actually get like an actual hat for it. Because if I don't... Hold on a second. Hang on a second. Okay, perfect. Okay, check this out. There it is right there. Dude, can you imagine if we wear this? This would be so good. Tinfoil hat for humans, not just for nuts. Dude, come on. How classic would that be? I could have put it on right now. How many people would follow the channel right now if I had that? Tell me. How many of you would follow the channel if I got that? What's up, Pain Train? How's it going? You'll grow into a pinhead. Buy it. That's my hat in Iron Bowl week. Just make one. I'd be scared that it would cut my bald head. You know, tinfoil's sharp, dude. You have to be careful. They didn't stand a chance against KC anyway, so whether or not Cam has it or doesn't have it is moot. No, I disagree. That's what I was saying earlier. Yeah, I disagree with you. I'm not saying that I think that the Patriots are going to win. Obviously, I didn't pick them, right? Like, I'm not picking the Patriots. I think they could. Like, anything could happen. So, you know, like in particular with NFL games. So, like, I would not say that the Patriots are incapable of beating the Chiefs, because I think it is possible. But I wouldn't put money on it. Like, I wouldn't make my pick on that. But I think more importantly, the main reason I disagree with you, Cowboy, the main reason why I disagree with you is because I think for me, I wanted to watch Cam Newton play against the Chiefs. I wanted to see what the Patriots could do, even if they lose. I want, like, it's funny because, and I've actually made this point a couple times. So people told me, oh, just get Red Zone. That's the right way to watch NFL. And I was actually like, I disagree with that vehemently, because although it's cool to have Red Zone and be able to watch all the games, right? Like the big moments. But if you don't watch a game from start to finish, right? Or at least like the meat and potatoes of the game, you really don't even know what you're talking about in terms of, hey, this team does this well, or this team does that well. Like, you don't know. You don't know what you're talking about, because you're not watching them week in and week out. That's why I got the game day pass, or the game pass from the NFL, and why I'm using Nord to be able to watch all the different games, because like I can't watch all the games every week, but what I'm trying to do is kind of like run a schedule cycle where I can watch all these games playing against key matchups, so I can start to, in my brain, define what they do well and what they don't do well, and then be able to like actually speak about it intelligently. So like the Bills were a really important one for me. So I watched them play against the Dolphins. Then I watched them play against the Rams, because I was like, okay, the Rams are a big test for the Bills. This week, this is an important game to me again, because now they're going to get their linebackers back. Chiefs versus Patriots was really important to me, because I got to see how Cam Newton played against Seattle, right? I got to see how the Patriots played defensively against the Raiders, and saw that they were able to eliminate the biggest threat from the Raiders. And then now it would have been very, very interesting to see the Patriots play the Chiefs, because number one, I would want to see what their defensive scheme is against Pat Mahomes. And I wanted to see how Cam Newton would perform in this high pressure game. So I feel like it is a big deal that Cam's out. Like, this was a big test. Not to say they would win, but I think it's a big test. And now we've been robbed of that. The Patriots have been robbed of it. And it gives me one thing less to talk about. So you want a bear to fight a llama? You know the llama's gonna lose, but you want to see how the llama performs. No, that's not even, no. Like, your analogy is actually very poor. Yeah, that's very, very poor. The Patriots are not a llama. They're not prey. They're not prey, right? And so you know, so you're comparing a predator, like the dynamic between a predator and its prey, and the Patriots are not prey to anybody in the NFL, even the best teams, primarily because of the culture they run, the organization, and the talent. Like, they still have, I mean, Cam Newton is playing very well, and their defense has shown that they can play, even down all of the guys that they're down defensively. So no, I would just disagree with you wholeheartedly with your analogy. And again, I disagree with Cam Newton being out being a moot point, because I think it's important. Like, sometimes you go into a challenge like understanding that the outcome is almost predetermined, right? Like, oh, like there's very little chance you're going to get this, right? But you go through the challenge because it makes you stronger on the other side. And so I think that is the case with a matchup like this, is that the Patriots would have been stronger on the other side of this. I think the same thing with the Heat versus Lakers, right? Like, I still am watching the games, even though I knew, like, my pick was Lakers in 5, right? Even before Dragic and Bam got hurt. But this is a really good experience for the Heat because they have young guys that are going to go through that challenge. They're going to understand defeat. They're going to feel the pain. Next year, the Heat are going to come back stronger. So, so I think that like there's value there. Just because you're not successful doesn't mean you can't derive value from the experience. So, ever feel like your whole life was rigged? Yes. Also, they have the best defensive backs in the NFL. I don't know if they have the best defensive backs. I mean, if they would have had all their starters on defense, they would have been really good. The Pats were close to the vest with naming Cam the starter. Their defensive scheme won't have changed. I bet this game turns out to be good. After all, Chiefs can't prepare for the New England backup. No film. Yeah, but can the backup perform? If you had to pick one for your team, LeBron or Jordan? Jordan. With my eyes closed, I don't even need to think twice. Yeah, Tom Arnold. Yeah, that's what we were talking about earlier. Eagles versus 49ers. 49ers easy. Oh, shoot. I would still go 49ers. He'd have home court advantage in the next 2 games. We got this. Shut up. That's crazy. The NFL is going to have 2 games canceled this week. Wait, they have 2 games canceled this week? Patriots not even boarding the plane to KC. I understand what you mean now. I wasn't tracking your logic. Okay, good. Okay, so all right. Okay, yeah, I never want to be the crazy guy either. You know what I mean, cowboy? Yeah, I never want to be the crazy guy. I'm just, again, keep in mind, I don't look at this like my perspective is never as like a fan, because I don't have like a team that, like, the closest thing I have to a team, closest and not even, is probably Chelsea, because I like root for them actively. I was rooting for the Boston Bruins in NHL this season because I just enjoy watching them, and probably the Miami Heat. But even then, I don't care who wins and who loses. Like, I don't so I don't approach it as a fan. I try to approach it more from like from an analytical perspective is what I try to do anyway. So I don't know. We've got some other things in here. Somebody was asking about Green Bay. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about NFL wise? I don't want to be the crazy guy. Immediately starts Googling tinfoil. Is there anything else about NFL you guys want to talk about? Save yourself. Arro, what's up, Arro? How you doing? ¿Te gusta el arroz? The Patriots game definitely not happening in my opinion, really. Well, New England KC won't be a close game tomorrow. Carson Wentz. You want to talk some Carson Wentz? Okay. I don't think I put the Eagles up here, but that's okay. We can talk about it. So Carson Wentz. I don't know, man. I think when I think Carson Wentz, Griff, I feel like you have a guy that's very talented. Early on in his career, hadn't been able to stay on the field, right? And now that he's been able to put together a full season, he's made a lot of mistakes. It feels like he's trying too hard and he's making bad decisions. And so I thought this a year ago, but when the Eagles traded Foles, I thought they made a mistake. The reason why is I feel like at the time you could have gotten a pretty good haul for Carson Wentz, right? And I understand that it's super hard to get a great quarterback in the NFL, but it seemed like Foles had that locker room, right? Foles was able to execute the offense that the Eagles ran, right? And if you can get a great haul for a guy that hasn't been able to stay on the field, and you get to see day in and day out, like in practices and whatnot. I don't know. That was just kind of like what my gut said at the time, right? But I do understand that maybe I'm half crazy because getting a great quarterback in the NFL is super hard. But I feel like I think they should have traded him because I think they at least get 2 first-round picks and then some, right? So I think you get 2 minimum. You get 2 first-round picks for Carson Wentz a year ago, right? And you probably get a couple of like mid-round picks in there too. And so like that'd be a great haul. I think so. Yeah. For Wentz a year ago. You don't think, wait, you guys don't think that prior to last season, so prior to the 2019 season, if they would have kept Foles, you don't think that the Eagles would have got 2 first-round picks? Doug, listen, the Seattle Seahawks just gave up 2 first-round picks for Jamal Adams. They could have got that easy. Bro, wait, hold on. You know how desperate teams are for a quarterback? Bro, there's like any handful, any number of teams that would have jumped at that. You know who would have been the first team? The Denver Broncos. The Denver Broncos would have given up 2 first-round picks. The Denver Broncos are so desperate for a quarterback, they would have given that up with their eyes closed. Who else do I think would have done that? Well, prior to the 2019 season, the Tennessee Titans had not yet signed Tannehill. They knew they were going to get rid of, what's his name? I want to say Mangini, but that's not his name. I forgot what his name was now. They would have given that up. Prior to the 2019 season, the Cincinnati Bengals are terribly organized. They make terrible decisions. They easily would have given up 2 first-round picks. The Redskins, I don't know. I mean, the Redskins make a lot of bad decisions, but I don't know where they were at that point. Alex Smith was hurt, obviously, but I don't know if the draft had already taken place. I can't remember that part. So I'm not sure. I'll leave the Redskins out of that equation. I'm gonna leave the Giants out for sure. They wouldn't have traded Wentz in the NFC East anyway, right? Then hold on a second. Let's do something. So NFL, bro, Indianapolis had just lost what's his face? Luck. They had just lost Andrew Luck. I could see them maybe making a stretch. I could see Tennessee making a stretch for it. The Broncos are crazy. They're so desperate for a quarterback. They easily would have done it. No. Chicago Bears. I mean, listen. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Hold on. Hold on a second. Okay, so Nick Foles got traded from the Jaguars to the Bears, right? And the Bears gave up what? The Bears are giving up their 4th round pick, which means now have 12 picks in the upcoming. So they only gave up a 4th. But there was like a money aspect to this too. They absorbed, right? So they absorbed like the remaining portion of his contract. So they're eating it. They're eating it on the money aspect. So that one's maybe not the right one to look at because they're absorbing that. So I would say teams that I think that would have made the jump: Cincinnati potentially, Indianapolis potentially, Denver would have been salivating, Tennessee potentially, and I think the Bears would have taken a chance too. Yeah, I think the Bears would have done it with their eyes closed. And in 2019, was yeah. So I would say there's at least 4 teams that I think would have given that. I don't know. I mean, obviously it's all hypothetical, but I don't know. That's just what I think. They couldn't. They didn't have a first because of Khalil Mack, the Khalil Mack trade. Oh, okay, I got you. So the Bears would be out. So there's still about 4 teams there. So I could see something like that happening for Wentz. So I mean, either way, even if you can get a first and a second, or a first and a third, right? Like, I still, like, if you could get a good haul for Wentz, I think my point is I would have traded him, because I think you could have gotten a good haul for him. There's no way you get a good haul now. The other thing is, you guys are thinking about this from the lens of where Wentz is right now. What I'm saying is, back then, I feel like you could have, I feel like you could have. So, but anyway, I don't know, man. It isn't to say that Wentz can't be good. I mean, like I said, I think Wentz has the skills, right? He has the skills. It's just not working out right now. And I know you guys are bringing up the ACL, but the truth is that, like, I mean, quarterbacks in the NFL, even today, don't need to be all that mobile, and he still can get around. It's not like he's like some old dude with like a major brace on, and he, like, he still can get around. He's not a Patrick Mahomes, like, and I use Patrick Mahomes because Mahomes is not like he's not like a Lamar Jackson or anything, but Mahomes can, when you pressure him, he can get out there on the run. And obviously, and actually what I was gonna say was, in last week's game against the Raiders, dude, with his legs, he made some like really big plays. He made some. I'm not against the Raiders. Again, who did they play last week? The Ravens. Sorry, against the Ravens, dude. He just took off a bunch of plays. Look at Garoppolo. He's still gun shy. Yeah, but wait a second. But do you think Garoppolo's as good as Wentz? Okay, so compare Garoppolo's peak so far to Wentz's peak. They're not even in the same category. Garoppolo is an average quarterback in the NFL. Mahomes is just special. He's legit. He's very good. Very, very good. Garoppolo's a game manager, period. You sure about Manchester United? I didn't make that pick. Yeah. Imagine. So I am taking a chance. I'm going to go with Hotspur on this. Chat, 75% of chat picked Manchester United, not me. Wentz is a better QB than Jimmy G. Jimmy G's a better game manager. I would agree with that, actually. Yeah. And you know who's probably, who you have to thank for that, if I had to guess, is the New England Patriots. If I had to guess. Yeah. If Carson Wentz would have gone to the Patriots, he'd probably be all world. They probably would have won a Super Bowl by now. Well, I don't know about that, but give us Wentz. Exactly. Yeah. Hotspur is preferred. Well, so yeah, so that's what they did. I don't know. I went with it though. I'm going against Chad in this game. What do you mean, Quigley? Explain yourself. What do you mean I'm hot and cold? I would not give up much for Wentz at this point. Too many turnovers and injury prone. Agreed. But we're not talking about at this point. I'm talking about before the 2019 season. Oh no, Man United too hot and cold. Yes, agreed. Yeah, Man United has not been consistent. Well, I gotta say, Spurs got a chance. They just won 7-2. Probably they get a positive mental against Manchester United. I'm not real big on that stuff. Just because somebody like gets a big win. Oftentimes when a team gets a big win, they come out flat the next game too. Really quick, because I know that it seems like we've got a lot of new people coming in here. What's up? I think I saw Dual Spirals. Spirals, if you're there, brother, I hope you're good, man. I hope everything's going well. Really quick, because I know we've got some new people in here. This is our pick'ems. If you guys want to jump in, you're more than welcome. If you win, you get a $10 gift card. So we do this pick'em every single Saturday for our sports broadcast. There is a letter that corresponds to each team, and essentially what you want to do is you want to type in !picks. That's plural with an S at the end. Space, and then you're going to put all the letters of the teams that and the competitors that you think are going to win. Okay, So you'll do exclamation point picks, space, and then all those letters together jumbled like one word. Okay? And then you're done. Easy peasy. What's up, Roscoe? How's it going? Hi, you're on the top recommended on Twitch. Woo woo! I like that, Roscoe. I like that, baby. That's good news. What's up, Roscoe? Welcome to the channel. Chelsea won 4-0 today. Yes, somebody was saying that earlier, actually, Housen. Airbnb, what's up? Oh my gosh, look at that glorious hair. So shiny. I know. It's like so I wear the headband because I have to keep my bangs out of my face. You know what I mean? I have to, like, it just, like, the wind, it's very windy in here. It's very windy in here. And so, like, my luscious locks, they just, it's hard. Otherwise, I can't even read chat sometimes. You know what I should do? I should get a beret. If I had a beret, oh my gosh. Could we get a sports beret? Oh, man. Whew. Anyway. What's up, Brick Walla? How's it going? Niv, how are you? Welcome to the channel. I'm so happy to see Bale back in the EPL where he will play. Real Madrid wasted his talent. What's wrong? You guys don't like my hair? Is that what you're saying? Why don't you guys like my hair? Okay. All right. So I don't know. We talked a lot of NFL. I think you guys picked UFC after this, right? How many games do you think the Browns are winning this season? Hold on. Hold on a second. Let me check. I can tell you right now. I'll tell you what I think. Who asked that question? Who was it that asked the question about the Browns? You are like the Weather Channel guy. You need the fan to blow on you to blow that hair. Exactly. Isn't that a beanie? Y'all are drunk. Oh, it was Chicken Caesar plays, right? Okay, let's take a look at the Browns. Okay, so the Browns are gonna play the Cowboys. They're at Cowboys. Okay, I'm gonna pick the Cowboys in this game. They're going to play the Colts. I have not seen the Colts play yet. I have not. So I think, so they're 2-1 right now. I think they're going to lose to the Cowboys. So that's going to make them 2-2. Okay. Try to keep track on the numbers for me because I might lose track. So 2-2 after this week. They're going to play the Colts. I have not seen the Colts play yet. But I'm going to pick Colts here. So they're 2-3. Then they're going to play the Steelers. They're going to lose to the Steelers. They're going to be 2-4. They're going to play the Bengals. They're going to beat the Bengals. They're going to be 3-4, I think. Yeah? I don't know. I lost track already. They're going to play the Raiders. They're going to lose to the Raiders. They're going to be... What did we say? I think we're saying they're going to lose to the Raiders. What did I say? God dang it. Where were we? 3-5. Okay, so 3-5. They're gonna play the Raiders. They're gonna lose to the Raiders. They're gonna be 3-6. Okay, they're gonna play the Texans. That one could be a toss-up, maybe. So I'm gonna say they upset the Texans 4-6. Okay, they're gonna play the Eagles. They should win that one 5-6. They're gonna play the Jaguars. They're gonna be 6-6. They're gonna play the Titans and they're gonna lose to the Titans. They're gonna be 6-7. They're going to play the Ravens. They're going to lose to the Ravens 6-8. They're going to play the Giants. They're going to win that one. They're going to be 7-8. They're going to play the Jets and they're going to be 8-8. Then they're going to play the Steelers and they're going to lose that game. We're off on a number. We're off on a number somewhere. We're off somewhere. So I would say they're going to be either 8-8. They're either going to be 8-8 or 9-7. That's going to be, yeah. They're either going to be 8-8 or 9-7 this season. Yeah. I don't think they'll go 7-9. I don't think they'll go 7-9 because there's some games here that could go either way. But I think 8-8 is probably about right. Maybe 9-7. No way Browns will be 3-11. No. No, I don't think so. I mean, unless they lose some really bad games. So UFC. So actually last week, so there was the Costa versus Adesanya fight. and we did a watch party in Discord, and a bunch of us were in there and just kind of talking sports and whatnot and watching the fights together. And so we did a watch party for this, and the UFC event was I thought it was good. I thought it was a good event. That said, the Costa Adesanya fight was over pretty quickly. Now, the reason why I put this here was, number one, because Adesanya won, and he was the favorite going into it, but it was kind of like it was there, you know, there was a little bit of vitriol between the two competitors, and so we knew that there was going to be a lot of banter. Interestingly enough, Adesanya comes into the fight, like comes into the arena with very little fanfare. I don't know if you've ever seen Adesanya like pre-fight. Like, he comes in, he does like all these elaborate dances. He brings dancers with him, and he's got like music, and it's like this whole big thing. He came into this fight like just ready to go. There was no antics before the fight. He went into the ring, he got into a crouch, he stretched out, and he was focused. Costa, on the other hand, was throwing major alarde, right? So for those of you that are Hispanic, alarde is like is like when, I guess it's kind of like when you taunt or you're like braggadocious, right? And so he kind of comes in and he's, you know, he keeps like memeing on things as well. And this is going on even during the fight. Never really does anything throughout the course of this fight. Adesanya was leg kicking him like, I was like, oh my gosh. And we were joking in Discord, they were going to have to amputate this dude's leg after the fight. I mean, his left leg was beat to hell. And again, Costa the whole time was just memeing. Like, he would get the leg kick and he would be like, oh, you know, and like he kept like doing all this silly stuff, but he never really fought. Adesanya winds up knocking him out, right? And then that's when everything went to hell in a handbasket. So after Adesanya knocked him out, basically after Adesanya handled business, he turned into a mega troll. He just started trolling really hard immediately. He was actually on top of Costa and started humping him. And I mean, like, hey, listen, everybody, you know, whatever, you do your own thing, right? And so like, you do your thing. But I didn't like it. I didn't like it. Like, you know, when we're talking about martial arts, I just feel like that's a discipline, right? And I feel like you should behave disciplined, right? In my opinion, anyway. This is just a matter of opinion. And so I did not appreciate that. You know, some of the other stuff, like whatever, you know, he started breakdancing in the ring. Okay, fine, you know, but like that, I felt like was like too far, I thought. And so anyway, so Costa comes out this week. Apparently, according to him, he didn't even know that this happened, right? So he found out days later. I guess when you get knocked out, you don't necessarily have all your bearings right away. And so he comes out and he's like demanding a rematch now. He's demanding a rematch. Because he was disrespected, his manhood and all this stuff. I mean, the dude literally was humping him in the ring. Like, I don't disagree with him. Like, I actually feel like he should have gone to the dude's hotel room after the fight and been like, yo, we're doing a street fight right now. Like, you know, that's kind of where I would be with something like that. Obviously, I mean, Adesanya will whoop my ass, but I'm just saying, like, if somebody does that to you, like, I mean, like, that you just can't stand for it. So I get where Costa's coming from. But I mean, maybe you should have taken the fight a little more seriously, right? Maybe you should have been more competitive, and maybe he can. I don't know, but exactly. So Project Eric just touched on what I was gonna say. So right now I've got Costa rematch, right? So Project Eric says Costa, he doesn't deserve a rematch though. He didn't even fight in that one. So I agree with you. He doesn't deserve a rematch. But I think the UFC would be smart to do one. See good, what's up? Like, Adesanya might not want a rematch, right? Like, he might just be like, whatever. Costa showed up to weigh-ins with a white robe belt and trolled. Yes, I know. Yes. Yeah, I know, Skylar. Protect your manhood. Costa doesn't deserve nothing. I agree. I don't disagree with you guys. He's gonna get knocked out twice. He might, yeah. Dang, you're still live. I must have woken up early today. What's up, Deuce? Well, we normally go to 12:30. I can't believe we're not gonna have time to talk NBA today. It's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. That's wild. That's really wild. Costa never threw his right hand. I listen, Arbud, I'm with you, dude. But why not? Why not? What's up, Grom 385? Hey guys, you need to get into pick'ems quick. Yeah, we're gonna be starting battle trivia very, very soon. So you guys need to get your picks in. You basically have 4 minutes to get your picks in. Marine said, what was that, Marine? Marine said, good talk. So hold on, I might have missed something else that you said, Marine. Give me a second. Oh shoot, what just happened? I don't know what happened here. Something is. Woo. Marine said, okay, good talks though. Oh, wasn't me. Oh, okay. Something might have happened to my chat, Marine. I don't know what happened. Yeah, my chat just acted really weird. Especially now that Adesanya is trash talking John Jones for a fight. Yeah, I mean, if I was Adesanya, I'd be like, bro, this guy's a joke. I don't want to rematch him, right? But if you're UFC, you might say like, this will be a hell of a grudge match. You need to pick Rays and Yankees. Damn, really? Is that the only game I didn't make a pick on? Let's see. I picked the Tide. I picked the Bulldogs. I picked home. The Hotspurs. Juventus. Barcelona. I picked the Bills over the Raiders. Lakers over the Heat. Chiefs over the Patriots. And I picked the Bucks over the Bears. The Bears could win that game, by the way. And I can't. 29% of you picked the Bucks, but the Bears could win that, bro. We don't know what Foles is gonna do. And David Montgomery is a very good running back. So he's a young guy too, strong. So man, I don't know. I'll be honest with you. I'm making a guess here on this. I'm gonna go Yankees, but I don't know. Yeah. I'm basically going to go with chat on this one, which is probably a mistake. I should always go against chat, but whatever. I'll go with it. All right. So you have 2 minutes to finish your pick'ems. You have 2 minutes to get into pick'ems. While you're doing that, I'm going to keep going here because we're going to do battle trivia after this. Okay. So Blachowicz winds up beating, was it Reyes? Is that who he beat? I don't remember now. It was a great fight. We really enjoyed it during our watch party. It was really, really good. But anyway, so Daniel Cormier had come out and had made a couple statements about like John Jones versus Blachowicz and how John Jones, like Blachowicz just is too slow and John Jones would beat his ass or something. So Blachowicz got really mad. And he said that Daniel Cormier needs to get off his fat ass, okay, and come out of retirement so that Blachowicz could fight him. And so I was like, oh, dang, it might get good here. So Cormier has already responded and was like, no, man, nah, big fella, congratulations on your win. I'm happy where I'm at, you know? So I don't think anything's going to happen there. I think Cormier seems to be a pretty level-headed guy. He actually seems like he's a nice guy. But this is one of those things where like this is part of the reason, not because I'm scared that somebody's going to want to whoop my ass, but part of the reason why I've been more careful lately about saying like this guy's he's like a trash player. He doesn't belong in the league and all. I'm trying to be more careful because I do think that as a person that is talking about these things, like you do have to recognize that these individuals have done certain things right to get to where they are. Now, they might not be an elite individual in their sport. They might not be the best, and they might not be better than the guy across from them, but you still have to recognize that they're still better than everybody else, like that, you know, everybody else that's tried and failed to get to that position. So I do think that there's like there should be decorum. I think that there's a level of respect that you should show other individuals. And so like I guess this is like that slippery slope that you kind of get into. Like Cormier is kind of like just talking, you know, like shooting from the hip when he says some of those things, and it's probably an honest opinion, and you could still say those things without, you know, without insulting somebody. And so I think that, you know, like you need to be more articulate when you're in that position. Anybody that makes it to a pro team has some skill. It's not easy. Exactly. Correct. I agree with you 1,000%. The way this works is there's going to be 10 questions, 10 seconds per question. You get 60 seconds in between rounds to attack each other. You get 4 attacks and 3 shields. These are the different attacks that you have at your disposal. You get 25-second time reduction on next question. There's a whole bunch of these. You'll look at them. You have to pick which one you want. And then there's caps on all this stuff as well. And then you have 3 shields. You have masturbator, bullet time, and eagle eye. So you're going to want to jump in here. This is what everybody's been talking about in terms of the teams as well. So, yeah, you have that there. I get enough fake emails as it is. Wait, why would you get fake emails? No, you just log in with your Twitch account. You're not creating an account. The Tampa Bay Lightning joined the NHL during 1992 expansion. What other team became that? Ah, dang it. I didn't. Yep. All right. So I didn't miss that. No, you do not create an account, Marine. Yeah. You're just logging in with your Twitch account. That's it. Yeah. There's no email or anything like that. I'm being attacked by Suspense, which is very weird because Suspense and I are on the same team. So I don't know why he's wasting his attack on me, but okay. BJ's being attacked by Scoobs. We're going to protect Project Eric here. Eddie's being attacked by Stamina, Yofons. I'm just looking here to see who do I need to attack. I'm going to hold on to my attack right now. And I'm not going to shield because I don't know. Marine, did you understand what I was saying about that? GG fighting each other. Yeah, I don't understand. I don't know what Suspense is doing. Is somebody hacked his account? Okay, yeah. So anyway, so you're not making an account here. All you're doing is we just use the Twitch API. So you log in with your Twitch account. So you're not doing anything, whatever, you know. All right. So the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and what other team joined the NFL in 1976? Carolina Panthers. This is a problem. Seattle Seahawks. Sorry about that. Yeah, so just a little bit of technical difficulties for me here. I'm just on the struggle, baby. Yeah, so all right, no problem. So Big P is attacking Suspense. Eddie is still in first. I was just about to attack him, but okay, somebody already attacked him. Scoobs got attacked. Stamina's being attacked. BJ's team held let loose. I'm gonna hold on to my attacks here. I'm gonna continue to hold my attacks. But right now, Eddie's in first. Suspense is in second. Scoob is in third. That means Team Alliance has 2 people in the top 3 right now. So yeah, so Team Alliance has 2 people. This cannot be allowed to stand, everyone. Is that right? Yeah. And if you didn't already join in, you can still join in. This is just for fun. It's kind of just bragging rights or whatever. And so we just kind of chill. All right. Major League Soccer added 2 teams in 2015. New York City FC and what other team? Boom! Let's go! Let's go! Got that right because I knew it. Not really. That was a total guess. But of course, I had some tech. So you know what? Listen, this game is rigged, dude. This game is rigged. It's not fair. The technical difficulties were a way to sabotage me. Eddie and Scoobs, man, still like ridiculous. Ridiculous. What I like is nobody's attacking me. Because everyone's like, bro, you're so bad at this, we don't even need to attack you. Wait, Seagood. I thought Seagood was Team GG. Oh, Scoobs, you son of a bitch. Whatever, Scoobs. Do I want to do masturbator? Negates any visual. I'm gonna go with eagle eye. I'm gonna do eagle eye. So everybody's trying to attack the Alliance. Artreus is in third place. This is devastating. This is devastating that the Alliance is in first, second, and third. Which of the following teams did not become a member of Major League Baseball during the 1969 expansion? Shit. The Houston Astros. These are so hard. It's ridiculous. Okay, good. So Artrius is out of the top 3. Artrius is out of the top 3. What are we going to attack him with? Boom. Has already been targeted. Why? I was going to attack him with a big attack. Man, Dr. Funk, you better have attacked him with like a serious attack. You cannot, the Alliance guys cannot be attacked with like little piddly attacks. You gotta hit them with like the mega stuff. You gotta go for the jugular when you go after these guys. Wicked, you son of a gun. I'm gonna go Eagle Eye again. Yeah, man, these questions are hard, dude, for sure. You know what I'm starting to think? I'm starting to think the Alliance is cheating. How can the Alliance be so good at this? They've got to be cheating. They're using hacks, guys. I'm kicking my own ass in this game. 3 seconds. Here we go. Close quarters. Damn. 2 teams joined the National Lacrosse League. Oh my gosh. What? I don't know. The scroll bar kicking my ass here again. Dude, this is devastating. This is devastating, boys. Oh my gosh. What are these questions? Okay, here we go. Okay, what am I hitting him with? Okay, boom. You guys are killing me right now. You guys are killing me right now. Finally, I get to attack somebody. Dude, look at Hot Soup. Bro, you guys are ridiculous. I can't wait to break up the Alliance. I can't wait to break up. Oh, you son of a bitch. Everything is out there for you. You already know everything. Alliance represent. Shut up, Big P. You haven't done anything. You're terrible at this, Big P. We're going to break up the Alliance. I just won't stand for this. I will not stand for this. Which of the following teams joined the Women's National Basketball Association in 2006? I was going to say Chicago Sky. Well, at least the scroll wheel didn't screw me there. Suspense, can you please get in the top 3? Oh my gosh, this is devastating. This is devastating. The Alliance is in control. There's no way we dethrone all of them. Can one of you be good at this, please? These questions are tough. How are they getting them right, though? How are they getting them right? I'm actually very disappointed right now. At least Eddie's not in the top 3. Scoobs, I just can't believe you joined them, bro. Like, you know what? The 2 people I'm disappointed in most is Scoobs and Artrius. Why would you guys join them? You guys are like Kevin Durant joining the Warriors. You know what I mean? Like, don't you guys feel dirty? C-Dubs, what the hell are you doing? I can't even defend myself. Joining the NBA 1967, the Chicago Packer as a Chicago Packer, the now watching it gone by all of these except. Jesus Christ. No, I think it's GG, boys. I think it's GG. I'm really disappointed in all of you right now. You know why this is happening? Because Marine didn't join. Marine, you cursed this from the start. Cobra, man, your channel's growing. I remember. Oh, yes. What's up, Lewis? How's it going? K-Sarv, what's up, man? Maybe they studied. They can't. Unless they, I'm telling you, unless they're cheating. Unless they're cheating. They're the founders. What do you mean? Wait, what? They're the Alliance. What are you talking about? Directly related to Helen Keller or some shit. I'm here playing right now. Oh, Marine, can you beat them in the last 2 questions for me? I can't do this without you. I need Rock Solid and Marine. Please. Come on, boys. Come on. The founders of the Alliance. They're all Scoobs and Artrius are not. Okay. Okay. We know things these days can be stressful. So here's a little something to brighten your day. Free points. That's right. It's an easy as. Wait, what? I didn't read it. scumbag. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Why does he have to be a scumbag? I can't believe you didn't get that right. I didn't read it. I was trying to hurry up. I give up. Dude, I think we're going to stop doing battle trivia. This is ridiculous. You guys are making me look really bad in front of everybody right now. These attacks are really working against me. Oh, Hot Soup is out of third. Oh, let's go. Tom Arnold. Tom Arnold, you are the last hope. If you can get first place, I can still make fun of them. Can somebody dethrone them? In 1995, 2 teams joined the Canadian Football League, CFL. Both are now defunct, but one of them was the Memphis Mad Dogs. Oh, shit. And I had to scroll again. That scroll wheel, I am telling you, has killed me every single week. You know what? I'm going to have to stop playing in this window. I'm going to have to start playing here. The problem is, I wonder, is there a problem if I do that? Yeah, I think I'm going to have to start playing somewhere else because I can't play in this window. This window's not big enough. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, okay, so I lost today because of the scroll wheel. Easy. Easy. Scroll wheel. Not my fault. Tom Arnold, you are my last hope, bro. You're my last hope here. You've got to go big right now, man. Oh my gosh, there's no hope actually, Tom. There's no hope. There's no hope. I waved the right flag, dude. We are going to dismantle the alliance. Listen, we need a salary cap. There has to be a salary cap. There has to be a salary cap. You cannot just have all these people, bro. Which of the following teams is not scheduled to become an expansion team in some league in 2021? Boom. The Memphis Marauders. God damn it. What do you mean thank you for competing? It wasn't even a competition. It was ridiculous. Just ridiculous. Unbelievable. Dude, Artrius, you want to know something, Artrius? You broke my heart. You did. This is a heartbreaker. This is a heartbreaker because you just joined the alliance after 1 week and you knew, and I even talked to you about it. Mad cause bad. I like a salary cap, but having COVID on your team frees up caps. Tom Arnold, good job for getting on the podium, dude. And you got 3 in a row. That was the longest streak. Yeah, man. You got 40% of them right. But I don't know what you do with Artrius, man. He's just too good at Google searching. Artrius is just too good at Google searching, man. I passed you on the last question. Suck it. Sheesh. Look at that, dude. Where is suspense, man? Where's suspense on this list? Number 1, the suspense attacked me like a jerk. Okay. Look at that. Suspense was 9. 9. Good job, Arbud. Good job there. Steakalicious. Good job getting 6th place. Dr. Funkenstein. Very nice work. Dude, Dr. Funkenstein, thank you for joining Team GG and for helping. I really appreciate it, bro. Thank you so much. Tom Arnold, great job. If you want to join Team GG, we would love to have you. Just don't join Team Alliance. Jor Art, good job getting in the top 10. C Good, good job. JW, me bro, Sports Freak, very nice job. Project Eric. I'm gonna stop right there because I'm scared to show where I am on that list. So we're just gonna stop right there. Listen, I'm telling you, I think what it is, I can't play in this window. Yeah, I cannot play in this window. In all seriousness, if you want to join one of the teams for the battle trivia, as long as it's not Team Alliance is now full. No one else can join Team Alliance. Listen, 33rd doo-doo. Whatever, dude. Whatever, dude. Jesus. Yeah. So Team Alliance gets first place. Team GG got second. That's not bad. Second place. Team Nomad was third. So Team Hell Let Loose didn't even get on the board. Yeah, so that's not bad. I'll take a second place. You know what I mean? We still get a medal, right? But Team Alliance, there's just, second place are just the first losers you scrub. But no, in all seriousness, if you want to join the Discord and just communicate with us there, we can get you on a team and all that jazz. We can get you going. And I'm sorry for any technical difficulties that we may have had today with that. We will get that resolved for you guys. And the battle trivia is still a work in progress. So we're still trying to get everything to where it needs to be. Okay. Remember that this show airs every Saturday starting at 8:30 a.m. Eastern. We also are going to have the show on Monday and the show on Thursday. And the only days that we are not live here at 8:30 in the morning is Sunday and Tuesday. So otherwise, join us, be a part of this, because we'd love to have you.